For Liberty in red, they'll go with Kessner, Baker, Berkman, Lytle, and Iverson.
Liberty Flames in red and the Ospreys in their home whites. The Flames are coming off two relatively easy wins against JU last weekend in Lynchburg, but have never won here in the UNF arena.
Well, it's anytime it's the home team who's going to win in the previous 5 meetings. Here's Baker with the ball.
Ospreys starting in their man.
Lytle, all ASUN preseason. Poked away by Retta Moore. She's got a steal in all but 1 game this year. It's going to be a foul on Retta Moore.
Retta Moore having a breakout season in her senior year, the former walk-on for the Ospreys, who earned a scholarship a year and a half ago and is a dynamite three-point shooter for UNF this year.
And almost like Audrey Clark last year for Liberty, she was a walk-on, then started the final 12 games. Iverson trying to find Berkman. Back out. Iverson will pop the 3 on the wing and drains it, and Liberty strikes first.
Alyssa Iverson only scores 3.5 points a game and 2.5 rebounds, but a 38% three-point shooter on the year.
Yeah, but did you see what she did last year? D2 JUCO?
Yes.
27 a game? Erin Jones to Jazz Bond. It'll be Knights.
Kessner got a fingertip on that one.
Mackins, it rattles out.
Keys for the Ospreys today defensively in particular to execute the defensive game plan. They've got to make life tough.
Ashton Baker.
Yeah, for Ashton Baker, Berkmar, and Lytle, the 3 top scorers for the Flames.
And possession goes to the Ospreys. Maya Berkman against Jazz Bond. Will be a battle today. Berkman, her numbers of shooting almost 71% from the field this year.
Yeah, she's having a breakout year for the Flames and such a tough inside scoring presence for Liberty.
Mackins, it'll be Bond. Her first shot. 3 is too long. There's Kessner, who also played at USF before transferring.
That's right, but they didn't. She and Jazz Bond were not teammates. They were at South Florida in different years. Erin Jones with the defensive rebound. Ospreys need to push and attack, stay in attack mode on the offensive transition, and that's going to be a nice look.
And there's Jazz Bond. Berkman was trailing. And the Ospreys get their first bucket of the game. Both teams shooting 1 for 3 from the field.
Mackins matched up on Iverson. Mackins had a good stretch in the Sunday game against North Alabama, went on a little 9-0 run of her own to help the Ospreys come back from 17 points down against North Alabama.
Beautiful shot by Kessner. As her last game against JU, 11 points and 6 rebounds.
I really like Michaela Kessner. Very athletic wing player. ASUN
newcomer of the week. Here's Erin Jones, defended by Lytle.
Marissa Mackins has 40. Oh, nice hesitation.
Goes up, nice take, good drive.
I was just going to talk about her three-point shooting ability. She's got 41 on the year, but she can also take it to the rack.
Now against Iverson.
High pick and roll.
Iverson way off balance. Berkman is there. Lytle, 3.
Good box out by Marissa Mackins, and the Ospreys are going to push it in transition.
Jazz Bond had a slight opening. Here's Erin Jones.
Nice look long opposite to the dive in from Jazz Bond. This is good ball movement by the Ospreys, but the Flames doing a good job of staying disciplined defensively.
And no bucket there. Allie Knights gets fouled. It'll be on Ashton Baker.
Ospreys, who are known for their three-point shooting ability and tops in the league, are doing a good job of shot faking, getting the Flames off their feet right now and exposing them to defensive penetration.
So it's a big key rebounding for Liberty. They're 9-1 this year when they win that battle.
The Flames' last loss was in early December on the road against Memphis, but since then they've been on a tear, and it's been without head coach Carrie Green, who has been sidelined by injury and surgery and wasn't able to make this trip down to Jacksonville. He was on the sideline this past weekend at JU. It was good to see, Coach. Coach Green back on the sidelines.
Well, and you have a great associate head coach and acting head coach and Coach Sherrard. Iverson will feed Berkman. Poked away by Bond. It'll be a foul on the floor.
Wasn't able to get completely around. Kind of came through Maya Berkman's back. But it speaks to the length of time that his assistant staff has been with him, not only Coach Sherrard, but Andy Bloodworth, who I've had the pleasure of knowing for 2 decades since we were both assistant coaches in Division II ranks.
Our first substitution, Emma Broerman in for Jazz Bond. Kessner back iron.
Long shots mean long rebounds. It has the ability for Allie Knights to push in transition. And Emma Broerman's checked in for the first time.
Greta Moore, here's Knights. She'll pop the 3.
That's off.
Easy rebound for Kessner.
Emma Broerman has been playing very solid basketball of late, particularly against Kennesaw State, and then had some big moments against North Alabama on the road last weekend.
Emily Lytle, 5 games against UNF. She has 15 threes. You got to watch her from downtown. Kessner will pop it. Neither side can really find a rhythm from deep. Greta Moore trying to change that for the Ospreys. No such luck. They're combined 1 for 9 from downtown and a carry by Baker.
This game has been continuous. There haven't been a lot of whistle stoppages as of yet, so these teams both look a little winded to me.
Liberty shooting 25%, Ospreys shooting 33.3%.
We have a whole platoon of Flames about to check in. We talked about the depth of the Liberty Flames. That's off too.
Summer Evans in the corner.
Neither team can find their range so far today. Next dead ball will be immediate timeout.
Iverson. Here's Ashton Baker against Evans.
It will be a complete swap in, swap out for the Liberty Flames. Nice take by Ashton Baker.
Baker, just what a drive to the rack. Last game against UNF, 12 for 19 shooting. Summer Evans. Emma Broerman looked like she was calling for the ball. Mackins, it's going to fall off. Broerman rebound and gets fouled. And she has played well as of late. Those 2 road series, she was 14 for 21, and we'll take a timeout, Nancy. 4:29 to play first quarter. Flames lead the Ospreys. Nancy, it's been some cold shooting thus far.
I was going to say, these 2 teams combined are a 1 for 11 from 3-point, so they're shooting it early and often from the perimeter, but neither team has been able to find the net.
As a Broerman at the free throw line.
But we were talking about Emma Broerman before we went to break, and she's had a good stretch run. She's averaging 5.8 points a game and 3 rebounds, but has really become a stalwart inside for the Ospreys and providing that depth that's needed to bang with these bigs of the Liberty Flames.
5 new players with Williams, Brown, Smuda, Redstadt, and Lindstrom for the Flames.
And you see how deep Liberty is, that they can platoon in a group of 5 players who are all exceptionally talented as well. Smuda coming off a spectacular weekend where she was the freshman of the week. Nice take by Dee Robertson.
Dee Brown,
She did not
play in the 2 JU games, but we get her back on the court. Dee Brown, not the same as JU's Dee Brown from the early 90s.
Boston Celtics fame. That's a good kick out.
Mackins, Erin Jones, side spin on the 3, and the Ospreys break that drought. They were 0 for 6.
We were talking about Bella Smuda, though, that in the 2 wins over JU, averaged 13 points and 10 rebounds and had her first career double last Sunday. She's a very good passer for her size as well. Enjoying watching this young lady from Pennsylvania. Nice.
She brought that hand down just a little too late as Summer Evans gets the free throw, but Smuda moves very well too, and she'll give you quality minutes.
One of the top 20 ranked posts in the country coming out of high school last year and playing some valuable minutes as a freshman.
Redstad over to Brown. 3 minutes to play first quarter.
And then Bridget Redstadt, who you and I really appreciate, have had the chance to watch her for 3
Kennedy
years.
Williams, my word, it barely hit the net.
Well, and Kennedy Williams isn't known for really scoring the basketball. She's a great distributor, leads the team in assists.
Best in the A-Sun for
That's
assist
right.
to turnover ratio. Mackin's three rattles home.
Well, they're heating up. Both teams are heating up and matching each other point for point early in this first quarter.
They just needed that one media timeout.
Hey, they needed to catch their breath just like you and I did.
Williams. Ariana Sylvester in for the Ospreys. Here's Redstadt. Too long.
Marissa Mackins off to the races.
Against Lindstrom.
Ospreys pull it back out and reset.
Summer Evans, three is going to roll on in. How, I don't know. 3 for 9 now are the Ospreys.
Everybody getting in the mix. Summer Evans is really a patented 15 feet and in pull-up jump shooter from Cairns, Australia.
Muda, Brown, surprise, no foul. It'll be Osprey basketball.
Well, and Dee Brown, transfer from my spinner first 2 years down in Miami at Miami-Dade College, and a tremendous scorer at the JUCO level, and really a nice player coming off the bench for the Liberty Flames.
Evans.
High ball screen.
That's easy offensive foul.
You knew that was coming because Coach Sherrard had been asking for it the last possession down the floor, and Emma just needs to set it, and it's the ball handler's responsibility to rub her man off that screen.
So it has a feel of this may be the matchup for the whole weekend, right? That first team versus the second team. Here's a three by Liberty, well off the mark by their Lindstrom.
Once again, the Ospreys are doing a good job of defensive rebounding and being able to push in transition, but
rebounding battles pretty even. Liberty 9, Ospreys 8.
and that's going to be very important that Ospreys stay committed to that, particularly with the size advantage that the Flames have.
Ospreys on a 6-0 run. Here's Brown from three, trying to tie it up, and does. And Nancy, it's plays like that. Their bench can get you 30-plus points a game.
Well, just think of it. Bridget Redstadt coming off the bench averages 10 points and 5 rebounds, for example. She was a starter last year. Nice idea by Summer Evans.
Jones, touch pass to Mackins. Three, Marissa Mackins.
That was really good ball movement by the Ospreys.
Browerman kind of kept it. Jones just really the volleyball set for the pass.
And the Ospreys have done this, extended their lead to 3 without Jazz Bond in the basketball game.
Kennedy Williams. She's got 6 to shoot. Crosses
Nice
over Browerman. Redstadt, it's going to be an offensive foul as Erin Jones got in the way.
Cardinal sin of a distributor is to leave your feet when you're passing, and Emma Browerman was in a perfect position to take that offensive charge.
North Florida will have 2.8 seconds to go. Redstadt almost puts it in, and Liberty could have changed the pace right there. Marissa Mackins shaking that right wrist. My goodness, Nancy, we need a breath, don't we? 18-15, Ospreys lead as it's a top matchup this week.
Can continue to have the defensive intensity where they can turn the Flames over and get those transition looks.
Jazz Bond back out onto the court. She'll play with Emma Browerman, as it'll be Lytle, Iverson, Baker, Berkman, and for the first time, Priscilla Schmengi. Schmengi the touch.
Schmengi, transfer from the University of Michigan.
Nice move by Berkman, left hand strong.
Jazz Bond only played 4 minutes of that first quarter, and Ospreys did most of their damage to get that lead. That's a nice look.
Mackins, there you go to Emma Browerman, and that's the way she's looked on the road.
That's about the 3rd time that the Ospreys have gotten that look off the high ball screen in the channel.
Iverson has won some of the battles against Mackins with that speed. Ashton Baker leans into it, short.
You can see the depth of the Flames, though. Once again, it was mass substitution starting out in that second quarter with a whole new set of 5. They are more deep than the Ospreys, but
Evans got it poked away by Baker. Here's Berkman.
Mackins went to the well one too many times on that one. That's a switch, and it's a mismatch for the Flames if they can identify that Emma Broerman is on Ashton Baker.
And a foul there. As soon as you mentioned it, is Evans really no chance there against Maya Berkman. As Berkman's got maybe 4 or 5 inches on her, at least.
Yeah, and a little more bulk. Summa Evans is still lean freshman. She'll get stronger as she moves on in her career, but Maya Berkman is a load inside.
Emily Lytle, the fade back. Oh, beautiful shot right there from ASUN preseason player.
Well, in the first 2 points of her afternoon, and she leads them in scoring.
Mackins, oh, with a smile. She's got 3 trays. She leads the Ospreys with 11. Almost half their points.
Marissa Mackins can get on those streaks. Talented transfer from Temple University, immediately eligible this year.
She's defending Iverson. Ashton Baker,
with
who's
the
1
step
for
back.
4, and it rolls on in. It was just a matter of time before she starts to get her rhythm.
Emma Broerman needs to occupy Emily Lytle.
And another bump into Iverson. Corner is Retta Moore. Gets past Berkman, runs into Lytle. Lytle rips it away. Ashton Baker quickly. Schmingy. Step through. Off the glass and in.
Nice move by Schmingy. It's a throwback move.
Allie Knights to Broerman, and the passing continues to be very strong for North Florida.
Iverson bringing the basketball up for the Flames.
Well, we're not even 3 minutes into this quarter. They're combining to shoot 8 for 9 from the field.
Nice kick out. That's dangerous for the Ospreys to allow Iverson to be that open on the long opposite.
Allie Knights, Jazz Bond sitting with just 2 points. Moore is going to pop it in front of Schmingy. Jazz Bond against Lytle, and the foul will be on Emily Lytle.
And that'll be administered on underneath, out of bounds.
Both growing up in the Memphis area, Lytle putting up 30 points against Memphis earlier this year.
Emily Lytle can score the basketball. We mentioned she's the leading scorer for the Flames at 14.1, 51% field goal shooter.
Retta Moore on the inbounds. A corner 3 is Schmingy.
And speaking of three-point shooters,
can't get there. 6 for 14 now from downtown.
Well, and the Flames have 2 players in Ashton Baker and Emily Lytle that are only a few points from scoring 1,000 points in their career. Emily is 31 points from that milestone.
And a travel by Lytle. Big call for a second. Thought it was going to be a foul on Jazz.
She's frustrated with that. And then Ashton Baker only 21 points from 1,000 in their career. And
Baker a good chance to get it by this weekend.
I would say so. Ospreys might want to disagree with us, but they both sit at 18 and 19 in the record books and the top 50 scorers in Liberty Flame history.
It helps now for the Ospreys to have Sylvester to bring it up the court for them. Played very well last weekend. Tough take. Lytle got in her face.
Perry brings depth. She brings another ball handler to the floor.
Baker gets it blocked by Retta Moore.
That's what I talk about, her competitive streak.
Iverson, big time shot. There's a foul.
And is Bond going to get called with the foul on Iverson, or was that
It looked like underneath.
In the paint.
But Bond scratching her head looking like maybe she got the shooter.
We'll have to see this. But that's where Ashton Baker, all the little things that she does for her basketball team, she doesn't give up on that loose ball, gets it to Iverson.
Oh, so the foul will be on Maya Berkman. Underneath, basket counts.
Okay.
So here's a shot by Baker, blocked by Moore. Bridget Redstadt's going to check in. And Iverson, the three, as...
Looks like Berkman just got called with maybe an arm. Interesting call there.
Yeah. Huh.
1-4 high set for the Ospreys. You and I are scratching our heads. Iverson with the steal.
Iverson will go up and in, and Iverson has 8.
Iverson with a good first half for Liberty.
8 points in 10 minutes played, 3 rebounds. Erin Jones. Here's Jazz Bond, tips it up, and it's going to stay with North Florida.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Marissa Mackins checking back into the basketball game for Alley Knights.
Mackins 4 for her last 5 shooting, 3 of her last 4 from deep. She gets it deep. Iverson late getting there. Redstadt able to snag it. Schmingy feeds Lytle. Lytle, just a beautiful shot. And that's what a shooter does.
Wow.
The rim, the backboard, everybody's your friend.
That's what an experienced player does when she creates space by the reverse out face up.
Jazz Bond, tough take against Lytle.
Boy, one team punches and the other team punches back. This is a fun basketball game to watch. Horn set here with a post entry.
We are well on pace for their season averages.
That's right.
Schmengi, 3. It's going to be too long. Redstadt pokes it away, able to almost save it. And we'll take a timeout. Let's take a breath, everybody, shall we? Liberty 31 field goals, and we've only missed a total of 7 field goals this quarter. For the Ospreys, it'll be Jones, Sylvester, Mackins, Bond, and Moore.
Four new players checked in for the Flames as well.
Jazz Bond,
media timeout.
Sylvester, Jones, sidestep 3. It rattles in again. The Ospreys, their 7th of the game.
Kennedy Williams bringing the basketball up the floor. So Ashley Iverson is getting a break and a breather. She matched her season high with 8 points already in this basketball game. 3 for 5 shooting, 2 for 3 from three-point.
But Kessner, Redstadt, Brown, Williams, and Smuda. Smuda against Bond, goes left hand, just rolls out. Jones is there.
Smuda not used to being matched size for size and length with Jazz Bond defending her inside.
And that pass by Jones, just too far.
That's a good idea, bad execution on the pass.
Just her first turnover thus far. The Ospreys 12 assists already. It's that passing that has kept this game so close for North Florida.
They're really sharing the basketball well, working well without each other, and the Flames are going to give it right back. Redstadt, once again, good idea, bad execution on the backdoor cut on the overplay by the Ospreys.
Mackins leading all scorers with 11. Erin Jones to her left has 6, second leading scorer for the Ospreys. Sylvester.
High ball screen by Jazz Bond.
Sylvester tried to go Bond, tipped it to herself, somehow stayed with it. 3 is Retta Moore, and the Ospreys stay hot. Retta Moore, her second tray.
That's a good kick out by Jazz Bond, and I like that they're looking for Jazz Bond, but they're not giving her great passes that she can catch and score with.
Smuda again.
That's going to be 2 on Bond.
Yes, indeed. Smuda using that body and size, length right there to draw it.
Emma Browerman checking back in for Bond, who's going to have to sit with the 2 fouls. Ospreys with a 5-point lead with 3 minutes to go in this first half. This will be interesting, but Ospreys also did their damage and got the slim lead when Jazz Bond was sitting out in the first quarter.
That's right. Even though the Ospreys had about a little more than a 3-minute scoring drought. Schmuda making a strong case, almost a guarantee she'll be on the ASUN all-freshman team. Tipped out, here's Brown. Nice play by Redstadt. Williams to Brown, Schmuda, short, flying in Redstadt.
Redstadt's all over the place so far today. 4 rebounds, but a few more that she's tried to tip to teammates or herself. She's very active on the glass.
That's crazy, Nancy. That first quarter, 10 minutes of play, it was a 14-minute long first quarter in real time.
Flames have switched to the 2-3, which they've utilized more in the past.
Mackins against Williams. Nice play there to find Broerman.
Yeah, and Mackins just attacking the gaps of the zones. But the Flames have switched between the man and the zone more so this year than I've seen them in the 3 years that they've been in ASUN.
Williams, it'll be Redstadt. Corner is Brown. Williams holds it. Redstadt 3.
That looked good. That was on target.
Brown, and a foul as a whistle a little bit late, but obviously on Mackins, her first.
Before the Flames transitioned to the ASUN conference, they were perennial powers in the Big South. And you can't, I'd run out of breath talking about all the accolades and Coach Green's tenure that they have had 17 times to the NCAA tournament.
Smuda out, Lytle in. Goes left hand, falls off, just a little too heavy.
Ospreys really holding their own. These teams are tied at 14 rebounds apiece. Actually, the Ospreys just snagged their 15th.
Jones, Sylvester. Sylvester's only taken one shot. She'll drive, go off the glass, and an offensive foul.
Interesting, late, I thought a little late call. Kind of waited to see what would happen. I want to see if secondary defender rotated over and got outside the charge circle if we see that replay. Perry had a good idea. I thought maybe pull up one less dribble and pull up and bank that in.
And to Williams. And off again to Redstadt.
Osprey switching that good
Williams,
rotation.
steal again. Retta Moore is guaranteed 1 steal a game.
Well, and credit Emma Broerman with the defensive rotation on the baseline.
Evans as Williams got back in time. Retta Moore driving against Kessner, reaching, foul, going to be on Redstadt.
The sets that the Ospreys are running are really pulling defenders away from the rim and creating that opportunity for penetration.
First time checking in, Elise Harden for Emma Broerman. And Ashton Baker will come in for Kennedy Williams. The Ospreys on a 10-0 run for the last 4:07.
And Elise Harden has gotten limited minutes in the post, but her upside and her future is huge if she continues to develop. She's a raw talent, but nobody likes to block her out. In fact, I laugh when they're doing rebounding drills and I walk in because nobody wants to block out Elise Harden because she's so good at going to the glass.
And we're going to check the time. As it's 1:11 right now. It'll be 1:09 on the clock for this second quarter.
Ospreys need to do a better job when they're getting to the line, shooting uncharacteristically poorly from the free throw line.
Lytle, too easy against Harden. Lytle has 6.
39-33 advantage for the Ospreys. Scoreboard looks a little strange. It has got us at 39-2. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Evans, Moore, one more. Sylvester. And was that 3-second violation on
Coach
Elise
Sherrard
Harden.
had been asking for it for the last several minutes and finally got it on Elise Harden.
As we got the score corrected there, 39-33. Flames have hit just one of their last 6 shots. Baker, nice pass there. Lytle gets fouled. Looks to be Evans. I tell you what, Bridget Redstadt's passes have been spectacular thus far.
She's a very good passing post, and right now she's scoreless from the field, 0 for 3, but I think she's doing a little bit of everything besides scoring the basketball. She's got great post vision. They're utilizing that post-to-post look, the high-low look. She's got 4 rebounds and 2 assists and a steal in 10 minutes of play. Really good production coming off the bench for Retstat.
Yeah, immediately you look at Iverson's 8 and then Lytle's 6 points. But really, other than that, I feel like it's Retstat and her energy for the Flames.
Yeah, off the bench, you've got to have those contributions coming off the bench. And we talked about how deep the Flames were. They played 11 players. Oh, and Lytle misses both. Both teams are shooting very poorly from the free throw line.
You almost never see that from both teams. They combined 1 for 10.
Yeah, that's abysmal.
Mackins, Jones, Evans, Bond, and Moore for the Ospreys. Kessner, Baker, Brown, Retstat, and Lytle.
And Ospreys will play for the last possession, probably initiate this offense with about 8 seconds to play on game clock.
Mackins, here's Bond. Bond with just 4 points. Retta Moore, little runner. And Retta Moore with 4 seconds to go. Ashton Baker unable to get a shot off, and the Ospreys lead by 8.
All week?
Yeah.
What color?
It is, I think we went morning sky blue.
Not navy and gray?
No, it just matches the sheets. Here's Iverson.
Flames starting out that cross screen action.
Ashton Baker, what a nice feed to Maya Berkman. It falls off. She gets her own miss.
And she's corralled by 3 players in white jerseys. And unfortunately, it was a great initial look, and then she wasn't able to get it to go.
Jazz Bond gets the home drop.
Nice touch pass from Erin Jones.
Bond with 6.
Coach Sherrard going to run the same exact play, trying to get his post player feeling more comfortable on the block. She's getting doubled.
And
it's going to be 3 seconds.
3 second. You know, I say keep running that because they had the look with Kessner in the corner nearest to us.
Well, and that was a rotation by Retta Moore, and that because she's doubling in, and then it needs to be a secondary rotation.
Mackins from deep.
And no offensive rebounders for the Ospreys.
No, that was a sea of red. Lytle's going to pop the 3. Rolls off. Here's Allie Knights.
Ospreys looking to push in transition again. The trail is always something that Jazz Bond looks for at that top of the key. Nice throwback.
Mackins, pump fake. She'll take the 3, and it's swish.
Marissa Mackins notching her 14th point on the afternoon, 4 for 8 from downtown. Ospreys have come out strong in the early goings of this third quarter.
Liberty rarely in scenarios like this.
Cross screen for Maya Berkman. They continue to try to go to her.
Here's a 3. It'll be Iverson. No. One-armed rebound. Berkman, and a foul. It's going to be on Knights for the reach-in. Berkman is
working exceptionally hard for position and then offensive rebounding position.
The Ospreys just continue to make shots like they did in the second quarter. They're 2 for 3 in third.
Emma Browerman just checked in, body for body, to try to get physical with Berkman. And
Lytle staying with it after she got it. No, Mackins got the ball on her hip. She stayed with it.
Thought that might have been a travel.
Here comes.
Mackins. Knights, corner is Erin Jones. It'll be Retta Moore, wing 3.
Go, go!
Good look for Retta Moore. Unable to get that to go down.
Liberty assistant saying push this pace. Iverson goes up strong in a collision. She draws it on Broerman.
Iverson going to the line to try to improve her team's percentage. 0 for 4 thus far in this game from the line.
Just anyone's percentage, honestly. Iverson, first trip there, 8 points, 3 rebounds.
I think I could shoot better from the line, having not played competitive basketball right now in 25 years. I just have to shake off a little bit of rust.
Missing both. This is a rare day at the charity stripe.
It is for both basketball teams.
Mackins gets back, draws a foul. It'll be on Iverson. And we've seen a few instances where Iverson will go make a bucket or make a nice play, and Mackins just goes right back at her.
Well, the Ospreys are continuing to exploit the transition opportunities that they're given off of misses, pushing the pace and forcing the Flames into some unfortunate defensive situations.
And
hallelujah.
Yeah, Retta Moore had one made free throw. Mackins makes it a second one. Sioux all scores 15 now.
I spoke too soon.
Well, we got one of them.
Which is better than nothing.
Kessner, Lytle. It'll be Iverson. She's open. Jones got there late. Now you just have to worry about AI.
Well, that's the one person on the floor that you can't leave open. That's going to be a shove in the back by Maya Berkman. But, yeah, you can't leave Iverson unguarded today. 3 for 5 from three-point.
For Berkman, that's foul number 3. Moore will go past Kessner. Bond is wide open. It's short.
Ospreys have had a lot of success with ball fakes, and Flames are committing to that.
And there is Ashton Baker. Another turnover. She had one of those in the first quarter. Are you surprised Berkman is still in? As it'll be Smuda.
You mean with the 3 fouls?
Yeah.
Smuda's going to check in and give Berkman a break. 3. She is the only player in foul trouble for either team thus far this afternoon.
And she goes against Bond. Here's Erin Jones, 3. Erin Jones from deep, the Ospreys' 10th tray.
Good job by Jasmine Bond. She felt the double start to dig in on her and hit it to wide open Erin Jones. But both these teams, if they double, they're going to give up shots to open three-point shooters.
Ashton Baker contained, wanted a foul, shakes her head, Knights.
Ospreys off to the races.
Jones, 3, wide open, no red near her.
Flames probably need a timeout.
That will be the case as Coach Sherrod calls for the timeout with 6:20.
Ospreys are getting significant contributions from people that are very important, and by that I mean Erin Jones, who has 12 points, 4 for 5 shooting. She's that important piece of the Ospreys.
Baker goes down. Iverson gets it blocked by Bond.
Oh, and Baker goes down. Looks like she tweaked her ankle, which is not good for the Flames. And
she got tangled up with Allie Knights.
You hate that for Ashton Baker because she's such a tough competitor.
Has the brace on the left knee.
And she's trying to shake it off. And I missed the tangle.
But we were all focused because it happened like a split second before Bond got the block on Iverson.
Lindstrom checking in for Baker.
We'll see it here is Lytle and
just tripped, I guess. Feet got tangled up. So Lindstrom checked in for Baker. Throw back to Lytle.
3. Lytle, big-time player, has 11.
With 2 seconds on the shot clock, that might be the jolt that the Flames need to get themselves started in this third quarter.
She has ice in her veins. Bond and gets hacked before she gets the pass off.
She's probably wishing she didn't get hacked because that was to a wide-open Marissa Mackins in the deep corner.
This is really when you need some good production from Smuda, I know, even though a freshman.
Yes, and Smuda coming off the great weekend she had against JU.
Mackins,
nice.
Wide open 3, and the Ospreys continue to stay hot, hot, hot.
And this is going to be the matchup, Smuda versus Bond. Height for height.
Iverson, it'll be Lindstrom, backboard, no. Iverson is there. Oh, and she has been such a key piece for Liberty staying in this game.
Only 2 players on the Liberty Flames in double figures, led by Iverson with 13 and Emily Lytle with 11. The ball fake has just gotten the Flames
blocked there
off
by
their feet
Smuda.
all day.
And do you notice, too, Liberty needs a spark. Iverson's giving them some, Lytle, too, but when I look at their huddle, there's just not much there.
You need a couple of more players to impact the basketball game. Oh.
Mackins, three. It's good, and Marissa Mackins stares down some fans.
Coach Derek Gibbs in his 6th season is pumping his fist because when you have a player that's as hot as Marissa Mackins, all her teammates need to do is find her.
6
and she's feeling it.
Triples now for Mackins. 3. It's Iverson.
Once again, the one player that you can't give up the 3 to today is Iverson. She's 6 for 10 and 4 for 7 from 3-point.
16 points in 16 minutes. Mackins is going to try and match her. Mackins does! 7 triples.
She
Mackins
is in
with
the zone.
24 points.
They switched on that ball screen. Marissa Mackins needs to be disciplined.
Here's Lytle. Goes past her. Lytle, just a smooth, easy pass to the rim. Mackins crossover on Iverson. Bond will take the 3. Drain it there! What a 1-2 punch of Mackins and Bond. Coach Sherrard is going to call a timeout as it's a 17-point game. But you can only trade 3s for so long. We'll take a break, Nancy.
I need a breather.
48 over the Flames. And Nancy, it's been Marissa Mackins. My goodness, 24 points, 7 of 11 from downtown.
The Ospreys are outscoring the Flames 24-15 in this third quarter, in large part due to Marissa Mackins. They're shooting 67% from the field and 70% from 3-point. And the Flames, on the flip side, they're not shooting poorly. They're shooting 50% from the field, but they can't keep up with this clip that the Ospreys are on. The 3-point shot is the great equalizer in basketball, so you can't keep pace with somebody that's shooting 70% from 3-point.
Brown, here's Schmingy. Lytle, Redstadt, and Williams. Williams with 3, rips out. Redstadt is there, she's bringing that hustle. Erin Jones is calling time out.
Well, and right off the bat, you had the substitutions for Liberty. Redstadt immediately bringing some energy to the basketball team with the scrum on the floor. Kennedy Williams, one of the more athletic defenders, picking up full court. The Flames have to do something different defensively in order to change the outcome in this third quarter.
Mackins with the ball. She's had 2 games of 6 threes made. Edward Waters and NC State. 7 now. That's tied for the UNF single game record.
13 seconds on the shot clock for UNF.
Jones, now Retta Moore.
Liberty has upped their defensive intensity. 5, 4.
Allie Knight blocked there by Williams.
And Dee Brown came off the bench early in that first half and brought some energy, scored a quick 5 points.
And a reach in. And we'll see who it's on, whether it's Knights. Yes, it will be Knights. Rohrman and Summa Evans in for Harden and Mackins. And this is, Nancy, you need the combo of Brown and Redstadt to give you some energy.
Yeah, because Brown can score. She's a triple threat scorer. She can take it off the bounce. She can shoot the 3. She can pull the mid-range.
Williams, binder back. Williams, nice move, drag over to Brown. Oh, what a play there by Liberty.
Kennedy Williams, the distributor. Quick off the bounce from Douglasville, Georgia, the sophomore.
Jones, Retta Moore in the corner. Her patented little floater rims out. It'll be Liberty basketball. Moore last touched it.
Perry Sylvester checking in for Allie Knights for the Ospreys.
Iverson leading Liberty with 16. Lytle still out there. She is 13 off 6 of 9 shooting.
With the fade screen here.
Brown splitting defenders. Oh, Dee Brown. Well, there's that energy we saw in the first half from her.
quick off the bounce.
Brown now at 9, a perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Only averages 4.5 points a game, but remember, she was that prolific scorer coming out of the junior college ranks. There's a mismatch inside that the Ospreys need to take advantage of. Emma Browerman on Kennedy Williams.
5 to shoot. Erin Jones with 3 to shoot. 3, no good. Browerman rebound and gets fouled. The Liberty Flames winning the rebounding battle 24 to 22.
It's unfortunate for the Flames because I think they forced a pretty good late shot in the shot clock for the Ospreys, but Emma Browerman in the right place at the right time. Maya Berkman with her 3 fouls set to check back in. Geez, oh Pete, these teams at the free throw line today.
As the teams combine 2 for 15 now. Well, both teams will be in the gym on Monday or Tuesday shooting a lot of free throws, Nancy. I know that
Probably
much.
both teams take Monday off, but if you're a player, you should get in the gym. That's right, on your own.
Good defense there by Erin Jones. Stays with Lytle and the Flames. Here's Maya Berkman checking in for Lytle.
Coming right out of halftime, the Flames went to Maya early and often. This is an interesting matchup, Browerman on Berkman. Ospreys bringing the double every time she touches it.
Back out, Schmengi, 3. Rebound, Sylvester. Harry Sylvester getting back, and a foul called on Schmengi.
Good sportsmanship by Bridget Redstadt to pick up little Periana Sylvester.
And we're back to the free throw line, Nancy.
I'm not looking. You tell me how it goes.
And the usual. Has a replay on Sylvester getting back. The foul on Priscilla Schmengi. And it's good, Nancy. You all right?
I'm having stomach cramps over here. Flashbacks to coaching days.
Kennedy Williams at point. Brown, who's been hot, feeds Berkman. Berkman against Browerman. Good move by Berkman. Oh, Maya Berkman, big time move.
Liberty starting to find success going inside. 12-point lead for the Ospreys.
Here's Selma Evans from deep. No. Browerman rebound. And a foul on the floor.
It's going to be on D. Brown.
And we'll see if the basket counts.
Emma Browerman again playing some significant minutes for the Ospreys, able to anchor those last couple of offensive rebounds.
And no basket, it'll be 2 shots for Browerman.
Flames have committed 5 fouls, so with 30 seconds to go in this third quarter, every foul here on out will be going to the line for the Ospreys. Bellarmine able to pull out the win on the road at JU, 75-71 in overtime.
Wow, Browerman. Oh my. Oh my, Nancy. Yeah,
This is
night terrors.
at this point, this is a mental hurdle that the Ospreys need to get over.
Liberty is 0 for 6. Ospreys 4 for 14 at the free throw line. Williams to Berkman.
Nice.
Redstadt. Great play there by Redstadt.
That's that post-to-post look again.
An 11-point game. Coach Gerard says, let's get a stop. Knights over to Sylvester. 5 to shoot. Feeding Browerman. And if she had been able to hold on there, could have gotten a chance at a 3. Both teams shooting well as they both shot over 50%.
Well, you and I were thinking that this was going to be a competitive basketball game, and it has not disappointed. Post-to-post look again.
Here's Berkman. Berkman blocked there by Bond. Jazz Bond expect at least 2 blocks a game from her.
In the top 20 in the country and active shot blockers at the Division I level.
Bond, Mackins, this could be
Short.
8 short.
Jazz Bond on the scoring column has been quiet today, only has 9 points, but is 4 for 6 from the field.
Williams slipped there, but I'd keep Kennedy Williams in longer. She was excited going in.
Well, I like this
to that
combination. Ashton Baker checked back in, which is a good sign for the Flames that she was able to shake off that tweak.
Kennedy Williams spinned in, it helped. Brown gets fouled. Mackins holding her face.
But the potent combination of Kennedy Williams playing Ashton Baker on the off guard, free her up a little bit more to look for her shot, because Kennedy Williams is the distributor of the basketball on the Flames. Nobody better off the bounce finding her teammate.
Don't look, Nancy.
I'm going to start looking into the stands today.
Yeah, it's, ooh. See days like this. First free throw made by Liberty. They're 1 for 8.
I don't think I've ever seen a day like this for both basketball teams from the free throw line.
And Knight's a travel. She thought she was pushed by Kennedy Williams. Liberty basketball.
Ospreys give it back. Up 10 with 9:06 left to play.
Redstadt with Ashton Baker, who's been held to 5 points this afternoon.
Kennedy Williams doesn't look to score as much as she likes to pass the basketball, so Mackins can lay off.
Berkman, Williams, Baker. Baker driving left hand glass. Oh, what a beauty as she kisses it.
Liberty Flames quickly creeping back into this basketball game. 5-0 run in the last 146.
Jones now with Mackins. Tried to use Bond.
Redstadt called for the hand check, I think.
That is the case. That'll be her third foul.
Redstadt and Berkman, the only players on either team in somewhat of foul trouble with 3 apiece.
Moore got the 3. Back from Jazz Bond, and the good passing continues.
And the Ospreys really needed that shot in the arm from Retta Moore. 9 points, 2 for 5 from 3-point to stop the bleeding a little bit. They had had as much as a 17-point lead.
Williams, it'll be Redstadt off balance and gets fouled. That'll be on Jazz Bond, foul number 3.
Redstadt, a 75% free throw shooter, so I can only sit here and hope for the Flames that she'll make that.
You take these things for granted sometimes, Nancy. Redstadt makes them both. Yes!
Have a little celebration dance on this sideline.
And a 9-point game. D. Brown, look at that face going up against Mackins. Brown is feeling it.
You know, and that's a switch again. So Redstadt on Mackins is a mismatch. They're going to switch it.
Mackins, the runner, gets blocked there by Baker, and it'll be Liberty basketball. Baker's fired up in a low 5 to Kennedy Williams.
Ospreys need to do a better job of identifying the mismatches quicker, because the Flames are switching out on all those ball screens.
They look very different from when
Handoff
the gap
action.
was
Yes.
double figures.
17.
Redstadt passes it to Brown. Brown and gets tangled up. It'll be jump ball possession arrow to North Florida.
She went to take that shot and found out Jazz Bond, long arms of the law, was right there. Became a little indecisive.
Bond has 3 blocks today, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 9 points. Mackins.
Now there you go. Kennedy Williams on Jazz Bond. Jazz Bond directing. Yep, looking
Kennedy
for the...
Williams, no chance against Jazz Bond, now with 11.
That was a great job of Jazz Bond directing her teammates where she wanted the basketball to go because she realized she had Kennedy Williams mismatched on her.
Ashton Baker, corner, it'll be Dee Brown off the bounce and somehow kisses the glass. But a luck never hurt, Nancy.
That's right, especially when you're on the road.
Jones, Bond gonna take the long two. Ill-advised shot.
I don't know if it's ill-advised as much as since she has success with those mismatches on the block, get herself back to the block, and there are continue to be no offensive rebounders for the Ospreys.
Williams.
Ospreys looking to ice Kennedy Williams on sideline.
Here's Brown to Berkman. Got Jazz Bond turned around.
Flames really finding it easy to start scoring the basketball and really working their sets nicely.
A couple of 5-0 runs here. More, and that's going to be an easy foul called on Williams. That's her second.
UNF needs to make some stops. Consecutive stops.
The energy is all with Liberty.
And it has to do in large part with the substitutions off the bench. Dee Brown, Bridget Rettstadt, Kennedy Williams.
Moore poked away there by Rettstadt. You just mentioned her and Rettstadt.
And that's 4 on Bridget Rettstadt.
Atkins here with the inbounds. 5:40 to play. Corner, Retta Moore. Retta Moore, no. Berkman, easy board. Here comes Liberty.
I was wondering when Emily Lytle might trot back up, and we're having almost full-scale substitutions again for the Flames. 4 players set to check in.
Baker trying to thread the needle. Moore's there. As Moore goes down, Brown. Williams falls off Berkman. Thank goodness she's there to help. 4-point game, Nancy.
I'm a little surprised that Coach Gibbs, who has all of his timeouts, hasn't called one yet so far.
A 7-0 run. The Ospreys scoreless. Bid starting Tuesday. The auctioning link is live. Spa days, trips, jewelry, sports memorabilia. It's all up for auction. Thank you to Diamonds Direct, Avondale Travel, and Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Mackins, it's poked away by Lytle. Liberty with the steal, and the foul is on Allie Knights.
Unfortunately, Allie Knights, young freshman, having just gotten here in December, doesn't read the switch. You've got to be able to read the switch that's coming off that diagonal down screen. And Emily Lytle switched out on that.
And Iverson is back in the game. And no basket. A push, it's going to be on Erin Jones. Ospreys 4 players in double figures. 3 for the Flames. Knights comes out, Rohrman in. But Nancy, you said before we came back, those missed free throws have been huge considering it's a 4-point difference.
Yeah, free throws make or break you in tight games.
Lytle, step back 3, was able to get Bond. It's short. Rohrman, nice board.
Yeah, great block out by Emma Rohrman.
Flames on a 7-0 run. Bond gets it against Lytle. Back out. Moore, the 3, and
fouled by Ashley Iverson. Alyssa Iverson, excuse me.
The 3 shots for Moore. Like, I'm just tired at the free throw line.
I was going to say I would have rather her just made the 3, and then we don't have to go through the heart-wrenching. Oh, and they didn't call it on the 3. She wasn't. I guess she had already landed. They didn't call that in the act of shooting.
There's Mackins. Mackins trying to make it 8 triples.
Dribble, drag it.
Moore, Bond. Bond gonna take the beautiful shot.
Extends the Osprey lead to a uncomfortable 6.
What a game. It's got that ASUN Conference tournament feel to it. Lytle got bumped with Schmingy. It'll be North Florida basketball. Schmingy wanted the foul.
Yeah, and I think Retta Moore was lucky on that one because I do believe she kind of body checked Schmingy on the backdoor cut.
Under 4 minutes to play. Remember, we'll be back again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Same team, same building.
I think I'm taking tomorrow off. You know, I do a little cross training on Saturdays, and I didn't need to do all the exercise I did today because I'm getting my heart pumping in this basketball game.
See, that's what I usually tell myself. Kessner, great pass. Berkman is there. Berkman with 10 points, 6 rebounds. Bond trying to answer with a 3, no. Broerman with the foul, no bucket.
It's only the 4th foul on the Liberty Flames.
Broerman's been...
That's 5. So excuse me. So Broerman's going to the line. And you were about to tell me that Broerman is having a good game.
Oh, very much so.
Yes.
7.6 rebounds, and that's been about her average over the last 4 games.
Ashton Baker checking back in.
Broerman. Liberty on a 9-2 run.
And there's nothing as a coach that you can possibly say to your basketball team when they're struggling so much at the line.
Lytle goes down, rolls up on Jazz Bond. Foul is on Bond. That's her 4th.
I'm confused at the call. Emily Lytle traveled or rolled.
2 shots for Emily Lytle. 6 of 10 on the day, 13 points. And making her free throws. That's her first make today.
Flames 4 for 11 from the line. 5 for 12. Cut it to 2.
Mackins needs to get hot again. She's got 7 threes and 24 points, but nothing in this 4th quarter.
Great.
There's Mackins. Stutter step, then there's Mackins, 26.
The in and out, the little hezzy that she's got, she's had some success all through this game, utilizing that hesitation, in and out dribble to get herself off the bounce.
Schmengi, Lytle, got past Bond, got past Moore, gets fouled. And that'll be on Broerman, her 3rd. And these are the kind of games where Emily Lytle can kind of take over and prove why she's so great, especially late in the season in conference games.
Well, and she had a relatively quiet first half, but has asserted herself much more so in this 3rd and 4th quarter.
Lytle.
Tied with Iverson for scoring lead for the Flames at 16 points.
This is that one. Moore.
Yeah, Lytle 6 for 10 and Iverson 6 for 10. Those are your go-to players if you're the Flames today, along with the bench production for Liberty.
Mackins dribbling through traffic. Somehow got the shot off, and a timeout taken by Coach Gibbs and the Ospreys. It's a 5-point lead, and I don't know the way she's been shooting.
A little bit, particularly when you have that nice combination of you could put Baker and Iverson in together. Emily Lytle.
3, Lytle long, Mackins rebound, and Schmingy able to tangle her up, and it stays with Liberty.
You can see what Priscilla Schmingy is going to bring to this team only in her 5th game after getting eligible from transferring from the University of Michigan, but brings a lot of experience to the basketball court for the Flames.
There's Baker. Almost at the 2-minute mark.
Help side rotation needs to be there if Lytle takes it off the bounce. And
10
then
to shoot. Brown long 2. Rebound by Erin Jones.
Erin Jones, instead of wrapping it up at her waist, needs to chin it and pivot out, secure that defensive rebound. Osprey's doing this work without Jazz Bond in the game, who has 4 fouls.
Jones, Berkman comes over, shoulder into Lytle from Broerman.
Risky.
Summer Evans, Mackins a 3. That's now 8 for Marissa Mackins.
That's a dagger. And the Ospreys were lucky to come out of that possession alive.
Mackins, clearly our player of the game.
Clearly. And I think the Ospreys did get away with a moving screen by Emma Broerman, and Coach Sherrard was begging for that call, unable to get it.
And it looks like Mackins maybe has a bloody lip. And yeah, so she'll have to get cleaned up as she jogs back over.
Really competitive matchup between the Flames and the Ospreys for tops in the league.
Minute 17 to go. Here's Baker into Lytle, just getting the shot off. Air ball, Deep Brown, it's short. Lytle fouled and the bucket, big time play. Number 30, 23.
Nothing more important than in late games, securing the defensive rebound and not giving a team multiple looks at the rim. Jazz Bond checking back in to bring a big to help with the rebounding duties.
She is 18. She'd be the leading scorer for both teams if it weren't for Mackins' 31.
You can expect that the Flames will pick up. Surprised they're not picking up a little bit more full court man. D. Brown on Marissa Mackins.
Anytime Lytle plays North Florida, she plays extremely well. A minute to go.
17. Shot clock ticking down for the Ospreys, but there is no one you would rather have the basketball in her hands than Marissa Mackins.
Still with it. Goes against Berkman.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
Retta Moore,
That's
3.
off.
It's going to be wide right. Broerman hits it over to Schmengi.
And the Flames have numbers with Emma Broerman trailing in transition.
Brown, Berkman, nice play. Left hand with Berkman. Timeout called by Coach Sherrard.
32-point the UNF men's game on either Friday or Saturday.
Well, and then I'll have volleyball Friday. We've got softball in the afternoon that same day.
If you're a sports fan, 17 of our 19 sports will play this spring. You can live your life here at the UNF campus.
Schmengi fouls Mackins. 28.1 seconds to go. And still remember, the home team wins when these teams play. 5 previous games, it's been the home side to take home the W.
Mackins, a 70.7% free throw shooter on the year. 2 for 3 from the line today.
Mackins sinks them both. She is 33.
Now, the Flames don't need a 2 or a 3. They just need to score as quickly as they possibly can. They'll pick up again and foul the Ospreys again.
Ashton Baker, little runner. Baker, there we go. Mackins gets it up to Moore. 15 seconds. Broerman, as Berkman slamming into Moore. I just heard contact with the hardwood.
And really, that could possibly be an intentional. I think the officials need to discuss this because the basketball was long gone at that point.
I looked down across the scorer's table, but more the thud than anything. As Mackins got the pass up, you can see Berkman coming over and the collision there, and then you can't catch it, but Moore, it sounded like her head hit the court.
I hope for Retta's sake that she looks okay. She's standing there shaking it off, but that's and the officials are going to look at a replay because you've got as a defender, you have to make a play on the basketball. And the basketball at that point was gone.
Right.
Now Berkman had launched herself at Moore, I think, to make a play on the ball. So we'll see how the chips fall.
As the Ospreys right now lead by 3.
And either way, whether this is an intentional or not. The Ospreys are going to the line to potentially increase this lead to 5. And if it's just a traditional foul, the Flames will get the possession and be able to push it in transition. They have 15 seconds left. If not, the Ospreys will get the free throws and the basketball.
And gonna get both looks.
We have multiple looks at the replays from our crack ESPN Plus crew.
What a day. A total of 17 threes from this Ospreys squad. Unbelievable. They'll make their decision. And
just a personal foul is what they've decided. And
I would say more than anything, it was just the size differential.
well, not only that, but she was approaching. She was already approaching when Moore had the basketball, and she had launched, and it was off her feet. So,
as Moore shooting the first free throws for the Ospreys earlier, making 1 of 2. Berkman, that was her 4th personal foul. And Moore makes a second. So a 4-point game. Here's Allie Knights coming in for Broerman.
I think Coach Gibbs is going to offensive defensive substitutions here.
And play for the Ospreys, Mackins, Knight, and we've got Jones, Bond, and Moore.
Berkman and Lytle operating on the elbows.
Baker with the inbounds.
You know you're going to look for Berkman.
Lytle will pop the 3. Lytle, it's wide right. Jazz Bond coming in.
And that's who you want to go to the free throw line if you're the Ospreys. Jazz Bond, an 80% free throw shooter.
And that's going to be it for Maya Berkman. That's her 5th.
Finishes the afternoon 12 points on 6 for 9 from the field. 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
And it'll be Bella Shmuda into the game. Surprised we didn't see her a little bit more, 10 minutes of play, but that just means we'll see more minutes from her tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think Jazz Bond equalized Bella Shmuda height for height today against JU last week. She had a significant size differential that she really utilized to her advantage in getting those double-doubles in Freshman of the Week.
Makes 1 of the 2.
Ospreys should probably switch on most things. Looking at this point, Ashton Baker's just got to push it up. Ball screen action.
Baker, long 3. Baker, short. Lytle, of course, is there. It goes off Brown. And that'll do it as North Florida wins here against Liberty and snaps their 11th.